on to the next frame and was discussing the idea that some people live with the creed or the idea that, or, they need to take other people down in order to either feel important or to wind up with more money, more opportunities, status, clout, whatever. I did not have that belief system growing up. I just thought I was supposed to get an education and, that's supposed to yield a better job and this, that, and the other, or career, or a path of dreams, stuff like that. I didn't know that other people who sort of wound up in our family, meaning, there's a divorce and everything, they might have lived by a very different belief system. That's what I'm wondering. They innately, at a base level, need to take others down in order to feel superior. That means they don't like themselves at all, despite appearances. But in a really bad way. They are so deeply ugly internally that they actually worked hard to push aside my sister and I. That's what I believe. In order to appear better, so that other people would think they were superior and better. And there are others who see that the opposite is quite true. So there are quality people who the quality will still be there. So we are. This is St. Clement's Church over there. Appletree Street I just came off of, and we'll go back to art here. So this came up and I was kind of directed, I guess, if you will, to bring up that topic of people living by very different belief systems. I'm thinking everyone should have a better life. Everyone should be raised up, if you will. The whole world should be like that, so that everyone has a higher quality life, if you will, can enjoy more happiness. Other people live by a deadly creed, a push down anyone who seems to be in the way creed, competitive, unhealthy competitiveness. There's healthy competitiveness, I guess, and then there's unhealthy competitiveness. So it can get really ugly out there. And what can be worse than a very controlling matrix trying to build around you, and either you don't know it because you're not woke or whatever, or you're made aware of it but you have no idea how to escape it. It is like the Matrix with Keanu Reeves. It's very much like that. And these roboted figures are puppeted, and they can look like your neighbor. State Farm is there. That's what I was told to say. So the darkest puppet machine in America, if you will, could in fact be State Farm is there. So anyway, head on this way, and sunrise should be occurring soon. In my mind, I was running late, but really sunrise is about 7:05-ish. It's about 7. I can hear church bells in the distance. There's a church up here just between the two Comcast centers. And so anyway, it's hard to tell right now. It doesn't seem cloudy, but it's hard to tell at night. Overcast, it's just the blue sky. And that's Logan Square, ladies and gentlemen. 2 blocks up there, 2 long city blocks up there. You can't see it from here. I believe one of the females in the Idaho 4 situation, one of the survivors, is named Logan, if I stand corrected. I have to look it up again because my brain gets confused for some reason of the survivors. It's possible that the situation is so bad. The situation is so bad that it's possible, I can't remember the names of people because if too many people remember the names of whoever's surviving, then it's too much out in the matrix on the airwaves. So our brains, to some people, are actually on the airwaves a lot. And if the wrong people pick up on it, and not me, but trust me, there are people who've picked up on my brain waves and help me get out of the matrix, please. You know, I'm so not kidding how bad it can get. I feel like I'm a person who is put together to survive on purpose, to stick it to whoever tried to mess me up big time. 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You know, we're in the repair mode at this point in time. Hopefully, you know, let's stay the course. But I'm so not kidding. So if I don't remember the names after watching quite a few videos, because I am curious about that story, just because of the things that come up that send up red flags, like the address. That's all, and Pullman, Washington, Moscow, Idaho. All of these things are too much in a system for me, and it's a dark system. It's bad. And there are people who might have thought they were supposed to go to certain schools or to certain locations because they were trained, maybe, 5 iron golf. That's a new one. Iron has been coming up a lot lately. In the past, I would wonder if I needed to get spinach or eat something that had more iron in it. Anyway, I used to green juice a lot, so. But point being, there are people who live by a system and they might think that it helps them. I actually don't. So it's a life gamble. Odds are people will be okay, but you could wind up in a really bad situation. And like, for instance, Idaho 4. And someone needed to use the number 4. And they constantly use the digit 4. They don't spell it out. They needed the number 4. So I'm just saying, someone out there is doing gematria and trying to figure out the numbers. There are people who've done ritual coding, this, that, and the other, and they will look at, it's not geometry, but gematria, set right, overhead doors. So I guess, the parade is tomorrow, but the crane is being putting in some material, a few blocks back. Broken is beautiful. Trade in any old phone and get a new one, Verizon. So anyway, reminds me of the commercial where someone quote unquote accidentally drops their phone down the toilet. It's like, oops, I get a new one. I don't know how good the new ones are. Like, I'm not really sure how good the deal is, but quite sunrise. I'm still a little bit early. There's like 5-8 minutes left, but there would be a occurring down there. There was one going on. Speaking of numbers, I don't always like to say it, but if it matters to someone who can fix the world,